It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And all the way down to the 37.
Complete to Devin.
A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick is good.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Now he'll pull it down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Eagles take over first.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 13 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
At their own 16-yard line.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Hurts to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Hurts sacked by Derek.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Taken in the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Caught by the tight end Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You go back to the 2nd round of the draft, and when Jalen Hurts' name was called, a lot of Philadelphia fans weren't extremely happy about it. But when you see his ability, he can be mobile, make plays out of the pocket, but he's got a much better arm and much more accurate than what people think. Remember, he was raised by his father in the game of football. His dad was his high school coach. This kid is a true gym rat, and he's going to get better every time out.
At the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And the throw over the middle, it's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Sanders. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. But that seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament. It's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Jackson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
Jackson.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
Fumble on the play.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turnovers.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Barnett.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So we've reached halftime in a while. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Eagles 21.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles take over first down.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
It's a gain of,
and he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The throw over the middle, taken in. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
first and goal.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Oh, we got plenty
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, an 80-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Baltimore.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Again, the ball carrier taken down at the 11.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the 1st down at the 1-yard line, though. They're going for it with Dobbins. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy.
Anthony Harris.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking over. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Great call. To hand that one off. And now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. He's got a first down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line.
Justice Hill.
That good for 22 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
33-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of